What's up, socialites? I'm your host, Alexis Joy, and today we are joined by Bandzz. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing good. So you moved to LA from Detroit, wanting to get, acclimated to California. How's it been going so far?
Amazing. I can't even lie. I mean, it could be better, but due to the fact I don't know anybody, great.
Yeah. And then what caused the big move? I know that's a completely different scene from, what's in LA. So what brought you out here?
Just to pursue my modeling, my acting career, and to get my kids into a better life for them, because I know what it was like growing up in Detroit, and I just want something different for me and my family. And entertainment is something, and acting is something I always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. It's just that, since I had the kids, that kind of stopped me. But now I'm in a position where I can go full throttle, so I'm taking full advantage of it.
Nice. And then what resources were you available to have when you were back in Detroit that may have been even more that you have here or less than what you have here?
Well, in Detroit, I can go back a little bit. I got introduced into entertainment when my mom took us to this center called OGD, Operation Get Down, where they had music, dancing, African dance. And, when my mom first took me to that, at first I wanted to be a tour dancer for Janet Jackson when I was a kid.
Okay.
When I used to be in front of the TV, just
we're apart.
Right. Like, I was like, Mom, I want to be a tour dancer,
Yes.
know? And she tried so hard to get me into it. But I swear, when it came up to money,
it's a lot of money. Yeah.
It just couldn't happen. And I would just look at her like, it's okay, Mom. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to bring your parents down. Right. It's not her fault. We was raised the way we live where we live. Mm-hmm. I mean, the positive thing is my grandma and grandpa left her a house. Mm-hmm. So the house that we was in Detroit was bought and paid for.
Nice. Yeah.
So, only thing she had to do was pay property taxes. So that let her, take me out to the auditions and stuff like that. It's just that it all stopped when they said, oh, well, you got to pay this, and this much. And then that's when it...
Yeah.
And me and my best friend, we performed actually at the Bandzz show in Detroit. We did a dance number to E40, Tell Me When to Go.
Okay.
So, we had a good review from that back in the day. And so, the only difference is really in Detroit... Out here, it's just more opportunity. Mm-hmm. It's a more slower process, I would say, in Detroit. Gotcha. Because if you don't know anybody or if you don't know how to go in Detroit, it won't get there. At least here, you don't have to know nobody, but since it's already here, it'll come to you if that's what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Like there's times where I've been walking down the street and somebody came up to me and said, hey, you want to come to this audience member show? Mm-hmm. Oh. That's not going to happen in Detroit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just stuff like that to give you little inches to say, okay, this is how they're doing this. Mm-hmm. And just that's pretty much the differences.
Yeah. I mean, in LA, Hollywood area, you can literally, if you've never been to LA, if you've never been to Hollywood, literally, like you said, walking down the street, there's so many shows that are filmed and taped out here that there's so many possibilities.
Right.
In what aspects, in terms of, let's say, modeling, do you see yourself working in? And let's say also in film, is there a specific type of film setting that you want to work in?
Okay. I'm going to start off with modeling. I know right now I'm a little thick, so I'm going to have to start off in the curvy plus size.
That's the way
area.
Slim thick is in. Slim thick is in.
Modeling. So, and there are only certain brands and certain clothes, because I know Rihanna, she has her whole curvy thick thing going on. Not a lot of people have rolled over to that yet, but I do want to start off in that section because that's where I fit in. And back to sacrifices, that's another problem I've been having with modeling, because I'm not, super skinny. So I actually did a show. I did a fashion show, and the way the lady looked at me because I was thick, it made me feel some type of way, because, she was looking like, but then there was other ladies who was like, oh no, you're cool, you can model in my clothes. Like, it's all over my Instagram. You'll see the lady who let me model, and then it's just it's hard. That industry, until I get my tummy tucked. Until I get my tummy tucked, modeling is kind of on the back burner right now. Because that's just tough.
Right.
And then as far as acting, I'm not limited to anything.
Nice.
I have an open range. I see everything that's going on. I'm always in what's going on. So anything that comes to me, I won't be surprised about it.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Like, I don't have no limits. I mean, only limits I would say I would have is, like, if anything, like, a show has to do anything with, like, degrading women, or, like, racist type stuff, stuff that's just, like, sad and down and just, like, not upbeat, because I'm an upbeat person.
Yeah.
But, but other than that, I really don't have anything that I won't do.
What have you been doing to kind of progress your, entertainment career, your modeling career out here?
Well, so far I've been on Judge Hatchet. The episode's called Pool Party File. That was very interesting. They had us do improv. I love improvising. And so after we did the improv, they liked me, and so we went straight in, and then we only had like 30 minutes to come up with what we was gonna do with the scene. Everything was just on the spot.
Yeah.
And then if you couldn't think fast, I don't know what was gonna happen, but I didn't have that problem, so I don't know. But and also I did background acting, on Snowfall, Suits spinoff. I got into central casting, and audience member work, and just little stuff that I could get myself into, until I found this. So now I'm here.
Now, would you say that the community who are involved in, entertainment, I know every state, of course, is different because there's only so much you can do when it comes to entertainment in different states. But would you say that the community of support is more, from Detroit or more out here?
I would say both, because my family isn't here. So they're supporting me from home.
Right.
But then when I'm here, when I meet people, they accept me. So that's how.
A lot of people who are not from California tend to say, California people are so rude, so stuck up. So, people out here, we just mind our business. So how have you kind of transitioned to just the environment outside of work from Detroit to here?
Actually, it's the same. Everybody in Detroit, we don't say hi when we walk into a room. We say, I'm watching you. And that's it. Right. So when people walk by me and they don't say hi, hey, I'm cool with it, because that's how I'm used to anyway. Yeah. And I also lived in a couple other states like Denver and Atlanta too. So in Atlanta, they're high Southern hospitality, Right. But in Denver, that's how I learned how to talk and be nice, because they say, it's rude if you walk into a room and don't say hi. What? I'm from the hood, and we don't say hi when we walk into nothing. Right. So it's just a big difference in different states. It's just crazy, but here it's fine with me. Yeah. And then also your look, I've learned that too. If you don't look good, you don't get treated. You get treated different when you look good and when you don't. Yeah. I've experienced it. I went to Beverly Hills, looking kind of rough. And then I went to Beverly Hills looking good. Yeah,
too different. You have to be 100.
Yes. And I was like, okay, I ain't gonna play with y'all. I ain't gonna play with y'all. So,
it's literally like night and day. Like when you come to California, like if you are not on your P's and Q's, people are gonna look at you like, what's going on? Which I could understand. Like you mentioned that you lived in Atlanta. So I know Atlanta is very similar to Hollywood, LA area, where it's a lot of entertainment, a lot of, models, a lot of actresses. What did you find different between those two that made you want to move here permanently as opposed to moving to Atlanta?
Well, in Atlanta, that's why I did most of my music videos work. Okay. A lot of photo shoots. The difference really is I couldn't find an outlet. Like Tyler Perry got there after I left. Like right after I left. Yeah. So I was like upset, but I just felt like I ran out of possibilities. I felt like I ran out of options there. Nothing else was coming. I gave that place 8 years.
Wow.
All I got is some music videos. I didn't get TV, so I got to LA. Right. So I just think, I guess for me, Atlanta wasn't my outlet, for me. But it might be, for somebody else.
Right. Now, what is the overall path that you see yourself taking out here?
Just to be a great actress. That's all I want to be. That's all I want to do. And then if somebody could just give me that chance, I promise you they ain't going to regret it. I'm sorry, they're not going to regret it.
Who are some of those influences that you look to? Because, a lot of, like you said, the acting community is really big out here. There's a lot of Black people in the entertainment industry that are looking to support other Black people who are on the grind, who are on the rise. So who are some of those, influences that you have to look at?
I know I look at Steve Harvey every time I go to did his shows. Y'all don't know how much he talked to us and said to us, hang in there. I've been through this. I went through this. Y'all just got to stick in there. He's very inspirational. The Real. The ladies of The Real. When I did their show, oh my God, they give us makeup. They give us all kind of free stuff because they know what we going through. Right. And they know we got to look good doing this stuff, and they know we struggling. So I feel like that's like kind of like their way of saying, hey, y'all here, but we going to help y'all out a little bit. I feel like every show knows what we're going through, and they do a little bit of something to help us out. And I don't know if everybody sees it the way I see it, but that's how I see it. So since I don't know anybody, those are kind of like my influence when I'm going on the TV shows and working, and that's how I grab it and grasp it.
So now that we're in quarantine, I know a lot of production has stopped. So what have you been doing to kind of keep yourself busy and to continue to promote exactly what you're trying to get your end goal to be? Instagram.
If you go on my Instagram, my YouTube, Bandzz Baby, and my Instagram at CaliModel62, I just do these little challenges. This is what I've been doing. I get an outfit, I model the clothes, and then I pick a song and I do a little video. Yeah. Something just to keep me going, just to keep me working, and just me seeing like my aspects, how I look when my face is this way or how I look when my body is this way. Because, when you're on TV, you really don't know how you looking, especially coming from me because I'm coming from the bottom up. Yeah. So there's some things that I still have to do that they expect for you to know when you're on set, You're supposed to know your first best asset. You're supposed to know how you're going to look good on TV. Yeah. That's not their job. Their job is to direct, So if you see yourself on TV and you didn't like that look, well, what were you doing? Right. To practice to make sure, you look good on TV. And I know that's part of what I don't do. So that's what I've been doing during quarantine. And also, calling my kids, seeing how they've been doing, letting them know, what mommy's doing. And soon we're going to all be together soon. And, just stuff like that. But,
so do you eventually want to plant your roots fully in Los Angeles?
Yes. I don't want to move no more. Yeah. No more.
There's hundreds and thousands of people in the Hollywood, the LA area, people coming from out of state as like yourself who are going down the same path that you're going. So why should these casting directors, why should, people pay attention to what you're doing?
Because I think out of everybody that's in Hollywood, I offer something different. My personality is different. The way I dress is different. I have work ethic just as good as anybody, if not better than everybody, which I will be able to prove once I get the chance. And the determination in me I can show and prove. I'm going to just say it like that. I can just show and prove that I am worthy of being here. I am worthy of y'all seeing on y'all TV screens and watching and everything just like that. I just need a shot. I think my personality is different. I've been watching, I see all the different actresses and actors. I'm pretty sure me and how I am is completely different than anybody you guys have ever seen. And I know that's one of the things that's big in acting. You have to be different. You have to stand out. You can't, look or talk like somebody else, because then you can get some work, but it's very limited because you're similar to this person. Yeah. I'm similar to nobody. My style and everything is completely different. Yeah. So
that's definitely a way to stand out. Yeah. You can't blend in with the crowd. You have to stand out and make a statement.
Yes.
So coming from Detroit, and you did mention you moved to a couple states, but now coming to Los Angeles, what are some of the biggest sacrifices that you feel you've had to make in order to get your career going?
My family. Sacrificing not being able to wake up and go to sleep to my kids. Or my mom. Or my brother, just anybody, that's hard, but it also gives me that fuel. It also gives me that fire, to keep going and to not give up, because this is the path that I feel like I was chosen to be on. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have made it, because LA is rough starting off here, especially by yourself. Oh, yeah. So the fact that I even made it this far is awesome to me. Yeah. and the fact that when I first got here and how fast I got on Judge Hatchet, it was like within like the first 4 months of me being here, and they gave us an IMBD credit for that. Nice. And I know in acting, that's huge.
That's very major. Yeah,
I have one credit so far. Okay. So, and that's really it. And just, it's been hard to sleep at night. Sometimes that sacrifice, I got a lot of fatigue going on because, I really want this to happen. That's another sacrifice. And another thing is really eating. LA, this vegan stuff and these healthy restaurants. I'm looking everywhere like
everything is vegan.
What am I don't want that.
Yes.
But then I gotta catch I have to travel way to the other side of town to get some bad food. So I really need to figure out what I need to like in this vegan stuff.
Yes.
And start eating it, okay? Because
it's in the Hollywood, LA, like North Hollywood area.
Oh my God.
It's all, and maybe a little bit of downtown. It's all like vegan, healthy food, salad, stuff like you have to go down to
sacrifice.
Inglewood, Compton,
right.
like down that area to get like some good soul food or something like that.
It's like, who wants to go all the way over there? I'm right here.
Right.
So I'm like, okay.
The most soul food-ish that you'll see in the Hollywood area is probably Roscoe's.
Right.
And that's about it. That's the closest to non-vegan. Now, for those people who are interested, who are scared, because I know I'm born and raised in California, so like uprooting to go to a completely other state is like scary for me. So what is some advice that you have for people who are like me, who would be scared to leave, wherever they're at to pursue a career that they know they can only get in California?
Research. I spent like 3 to 4 months doing research before I even came here.
Right.
Knowing, so to have my mind prepared for what's going on so that I can fight through it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would say. And if this is something you want to do, you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
You got to do your research. You got to know what's going on. And once you make that decision, stick with it. Mm-hmm. And if you feel like you're going to give up, then go home.
Yeah, I mean it's really cutthroat. It's like as easy and fun as it seems for people to come, to LA to become viral. It's a long process. It's very long. And, I see the dedication in you especially, being out here by yourself. That's true dedication. So
another sacrifice is work.
Yeah.
Like, because another thing, you have to be available. Mm-hmm. So if you're working Monday through Friday, you're missing auditions. You're missing this. You're missing that. And for the life of God, like my mom, she didn't have the money for me to pursue my career when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. But now she got money. I'll be like, Mom, I need this.
Right.
She'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that my family has been supporting me financially, that helps me not be able to miss auditions, for me to go to where I need to go so that I don't have to work. Right. Because that's a big sacrifice too. Because if you come here and you don't have no income and you got to go to work, it's like yin and yang for me, from my experience. I'm not saying for everybody, but from my experience, I'm missing it because I'm at work. And then you got to use between your job and you. Okay, what is it? What's more important, your job and you keeping this income or your career? So then if you go to the audition and you just got the job and the audition popped up, now you done lost your job because you're lost in the first 30 day, what's that called?
Period.
That period. So I'm just like, hey, I don't know what I'd do without my mom. I ain't gonna lie. My family, just like, cause they know what I'm on.
Yeah.
So,
and LA is not cheap. LA is not cheap. It's very expensive, especially coming from, other places in America that are so affordable. People are leaving California to go to these places. So definitely coming to California is something that's like a huge, huge financial responsibility, especially the LA area, Hollywood area.
That research. Because they said a 1-bedroom apartment's going to cost you $1,000. Yep. I did that. I made sure I said, okay, I was soaking all this in my brain. Mm-hmm. Okay. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure this and this and this. So, but it's fine because I know the goal.
Right.
I know my goal. Mm-hmm. The thing is, everybody says that about LA, but if you come here and do what you're supposed to do, these people ain't paying this money in these mansions for no reason. They got the money.
Yep.
So that means that they did what they were supposed to do to get the money to pay for what they want.
Yep.
That's why I'm here.
If you don't have that mindset, if your mindset is not there, it's not gonna work. It can't. You have to have that determination. And to be submerged in, this part of the state is definitely the best place to be, honestly. Now, do you see yourself, when you make it to the point that you want to make it to, do you see yourself going back to Detroit to maybe like help kids who want to pursue the same field that you're pursuing, by having like some type of foundation where, kids who are not able to pay the money that needs to be paid to get into acting, to get into modeling? Do you see yourself going to give back for something like that?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked me that, because I was just talking about that. Because I do want to start a foundation, but actually I've been looking at everybody's foundation and what they have, and I want mine to be for women who have 4 or more kids, who wants to be in entertainment, who wants to pursue because they can, because they don't have the help. Because I have 4 kids, and when they're with me, I have no help. There is no modeling. There is nothing. And so since I know what that's like deep down in my heart, I'm going to make sure that I help women who wants to be in entertainment, because there's stuff out there for girls who, who got 1 kid. There's stuff out there for people who got 2 kids. They all right. But 4 with no support, it's not going to happen. It is if you have, like me, like if you got people who really going to help you with your kids.
Right.
But the chances of that is a little slim to none.
Yeah.
So I am going to make sure that I have started a foundation for women with 4 or more kids. And my best friend said, if you say that, that's going to be a backlash. I said, that's okay. It's a backlash with everything that anybody do. So that's fine.
Yeah. It's trial and error. As long as the heart is there and the thought is there to give back, that's the main thing that matters.
Right. Because just because you have kids, doesn't mean your life is over.
Right.
But sometimes it is if you don't have that support. So that's something that I do want to target.
Yeah. And that it's never too late to do what you want to do.
You just got to have the opportunity.
Absolutely. There's no time limit for everybody. Has a completely different time limit as to when they're supposed to do what they're meant to do. Right. So I wish you nothing but the best. I'm going to be following you, seeing what, what you have going on. And, hopefully something's going to come, especially after quarantine. Yeah. Because quarantine is making it hard on so many people. And there's not much, especially, in the entertainment field, to really do aside from social media. So make sure you check her out on Instagram, YouTube, all the platforms that she's on, because this could be the next rising star. So thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank y'all for the opportunity. And thanks to Hollywood Unlocked, too. I really, 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 somebody like me really appreciates this because y'all have no idea. Or y'all might. So
thank you so much.
You're welcome.